What's going on, guys? Mecha Ish here from the DC Comics Multiverse line. I have Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Robin. Let's do it.
138 in progress. Prepare for launch in 3, 2.
Step out of your world and step into mine.
Welcome back to another DC Comics Multiverse action figure review, and I have from Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Robin. Now, this is cool that we get Frank Miller expanded universe figures. Let's talk about your standard window box packaging that we know for the DC Comics Multiverse. You got the logo up top, DC Comics, a nice window view of Robin, and you can see she is very petite, very tiny, and even the leg of Doomsday is bigger than her. Comes with the slingshot there, nice comic art of Robin. Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Robin, collect and connect, New 52 Doomsday. You got the same comic art on the other side with a little bit of a bio for those that don't know. Real name, Carie Kelley, base of operations, Gotham City. 13-year-old girl who distracts the mutant leader to help save Batman and later becomes his partner. And at the back of the box, you have the rest of the lineup to build the New 52 Doomsday. I've already done the review on the Armored Batman, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the other reviews. Alright, let's take Robin outside of this box and let's see what she's all about. Alright, so I got the Carie Kelley Robin outside of her packaging. You can see the right leg of the New 52 Doomsday is almost as tall as she is. Now, she stands at 5¼ inches in height, and she is a lot slimmer in build and shorter in stature because she is supposed to be representing a 13-year-old girl. So this is going to scale in very well with the other figures in the Frank Miller universe from The Dark Knight Returns. She also comes with her weapon of choice, which is her slingshot. Now let's take a closer look at Robin. Now, while I like so many things about Batman The Dark Knight Returns and the Frank Miller story arcs from Batman in that alternate universe, I did not like this version of Robin, but it is a true likeness to the way she appears in the comic books, and you know, you gotta have her if you're gonna complete that Frank Miller universe. But great job with the hair sculpt here. You see that goofy hairstyle of hers, all done in that orange. Now, she also has those big black glasses with the green lens. Now, you can see how sloppy the paint job is here with the green, and some of the black has gone upwards towards the lens, and just not a clean job at all, and that's kind of a bummer. When you have all of that green, it is very noticeable. But great job with the ear sculpt, the flesh tone paint, and the separation between the hair and the glasses are nicely done, and she has that nice red lipstick. I do love the bright colors shown here of this original Robin costume on her, and I think it's more fitting of a female character than it was on the original Robin, who eventually became Nightwing. She has a very nice flexible cape all the way down. Look how flexible that is, done in that yellow, and it's such a thin plastic it's almost see-through. You got some sculpted detail at the front of her cape as well, and then you go on to her sleeves, which are all done in that green. Nicely done with the sculpt. You got some wrinkles in there. Now, because she is a smaller piece of plastic, you are going to be able to see the joints a lot better than you would on a bigger figure. Now, for instance, you can see her big elbow joint right there, which is kind of distracting from the sculpt, and the green is seeping on through. But you can bend it to hide some of that paint rub. She has these two big hands which are decently sculpted, and then we have a hole on the right so she can hold a slingshot like you saw at the beginning of the video. Now, looking at her upper torso, I love the sculpted detail of her outfit here. You got the red and all the wrinkles going on there all the way to this little skirt piece, and then the nice separation between the red and the yellow straps going on down the midline. And now that R is done in a nice bright yellow, and you have the black beneath it, so it's pretty cleanly painted, all done within that circle, so it looks pretty cool. And then her belt, she has that yellow circle, and now the black of the belt could have been done a little bit better, but it's not too bad. And I love that we have this little holder here so we can put her slingshot in there as well. And you see on the back, you got some more sculpted detail going on down to that skirt piece. Now, from her waist down, it's very reminiscent of a DC Universe Classics character. So we got the nice flesh tone paint going on through. You can see all of the articulation points all the way down to her Peter Pan shoes here, which are done nicely in that green and well sculpted. Now, for articulation, her head does rotate the full 360. Unfortunately, she cannot extend the head upwards or look downwards, even zero tilting actions. We do have full rotation at the shoulders, and we do have a hinge which allows great extension of her arm upward, and of course she can go all the way down to the side. Now, she does have a rotation at the elbow as well, and she also has a hinge which allows for great range of motion. And then we have a rotation at the wrist. Now, her torso is pretty static. As you can see, there's no ab crunch articulation, unfortunately, but she does have a nice rotation at the waist. Now, she has those DC Universe Classic hip joints, so she can extend her leg and kick to the side a good amount. Look at that. And then she can kick forward as well. You can see the flexible plastic of a skirt piece does not prevent any of this range of motion. Unfortunately, her back leg can't go as far because of the sculpt of her bottom. We do have a nice thigh cut rotation. We do have a single jointed knee, which is very tight. We do have a hinge at the ankle, but as you can tell by the sculpt of her Peter Pan shoes down there, she cannot get any downward flexion, but she can go up about that much. Just in case you're having any trouble standing her, she does have two peg holes. Just a quick look at her slingshot, which is done with that beige rubber band area. You got the gray Y, and then you have the black of her handle. And here's a quick look at The Dark Knight Returns, Batman and Robin. So there you have it, guys, my video review for the DC Comics Multiverse, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Robin. Now, I'm very happy to have a brand new figure to add to my Frank Miller Batman collection, but this is by far not my favorite character and definitely not my favorite action figure. I think there's too little of plastic and the quality is just not there to be charging the same price as we paid for, say, the armored Batman that I reviewed in the previous video. I mean, they add the right leg of Doomsday, but that's just not enough and there's a lot of wasted space. So I think this figure is definitely worth a pickup if you can find it at a cheaper price. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up and check out my channel for other reviews I've done. And I have so many cool things coming your way, so make sure you all like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what to do. Peace.